Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Making an Impact with Zebu Nation. And today we have for you Week 19 in the 2018 season of Major League Soccer. And oh boy, what a week it is. Big things going on. First of all, the summer transfer window is open, so we have our new signee, our big designated player, Yaya Toure, is finally here. Been talking about this guy all season, and he's here. He's going to play our first game. And not only that, but he's going to play his first game against our bitter rivals, Toronto FC, right here. So it's going to be a huge game, a huge week. But first, let's take a look back at the week that was, and we'll start with the news. So Ortuña from RSL was named Player of the Week, but look who was second place in Player of the Week. That's right, Vargas had 2 goals in our most recent game, so he played outstanding. Team of the Week was announced for last week, and Vargas was on the team. Right there at right midfield, even though that is not really what he plays at all. But anyway, it looks like Houston bounced back as well. Their entire defense and their goalkeeper were also named to the Team of the Week. So good job for them. Next little piece of news, you see here the Impact sign Toure. Toure is delighted to put pen to paper and hopeful of success with the Impact. That's right. We got him for £0. We got to switch to dollars. I mean, yeah. You know the deal by now. I've been playing my Clyde FC. Switch to dollars. All right. Got to get the right numbers in there. We can't be looking at these fake foreign currencies. You know, I didn't mean that. You know what I mean. You don't know what I mean, but you know what I mean. Anyway, we got him for $0. Paying him $10 million a season. That doesn't quite look as good as the £7 million. But anyway, $10 million is pretty much the maximum we're going to be allowed to spend on anybody at any one time. But here it is. Yaya Toure, 4.5-star player. He's 35 years old now, so he's pretty old. But the fan reaction to him is pretty good, 74%. I mean, I don't know what these people want. He's an outstanding player. I mean, he's a little old. I guess that's where some of this hesitation could come from. But come on. I mean, look at the guy. He's really good. 17 strength, 17 balance, 15 jumping reach. He's still got 15 fitness for an old guy. Only 10 stamina and 8 pace. So he is falling off a little bit there. But his mentals, out of control. 18 composure. His technicals, got to be some of the best in the league in terms of overall quality. Passing, penalty taking, technique, long shots, heading, free kicks, first touch, finishing. It's like, these are probably, like, those could be all the best on our team in one guy. Like the best finishing, the best first touch, the best free kick, the best heading, best long shots, best passing, best penalty taking, best technique. That could be the best on our whole team. I'm not sure, but I wouldn't doubt it if all of those were true. So he's an amazing player. Now, what has he done this season for Manchester? Not a lot. He's played 2 games at a 6.7 rating, so he's probably not incredibly match fit. So we're going to have to get this guy back up to speed and play him quite a bit. Some other things that happened this week. We've been warned about Giovinco. Apparently, Giovinco is pretty good, but he hasn't played a lot this season. Only 11 games. 1 goal, 2 assists, 7.0 rating. So, obviously we have to watch out for him. He's one of the best players in the league. Really good. But he's in and out of the lineup, so he might not be that fit either. And we made another bid for Laren, and we came up to yet another hurdle. So this time he's actually willing to listen to us. I mean, they're still willing to sell him to us for $1 million, so that's no problem. And this time we were able to talk to him and say, hey, we'll give you a big raise. We'll make you a first-team player. And he was like, okay, that's fine. I'll negotiate with you. But now that we're spending all this money on Toure, the board is not willing to offer any more designated player contracts. So we reached another hurdle. So I've decided, like, we're going to give up on Larin for this season. We're going to wait for next season to go after him or someone similar. There's no need. We're too crowded right now up front anyway. We don't need him. He would be an ultimate luxury, so we're going to pass on any more offers for Larin this season. Unless something disastrous happens, unless Mancosu gets injured and then we're out of luck. But anyway. On that front, we did reward Jackson Hamel with a new contract. His agent came and said, hey, we should get a new contract. And I was like, yeah, that's true. You should get a new contract. So he got a new 2-year contract. He's now a rotational player. Before, he was a backup player. So, I mean, we could have made him a starter, but, if you can offer a guy a backup contract, I usually do, just in case his form drops or something like that and we need to replace him. Apparently, we declared interest in Nick Hagland from Portland. I didn't do that, so maybe one of our assistants did it, or scouts or something, or maybe the journalists are just making it up. But we don't really have any interest in Hagland, although could use another defender, but not Nick Hagland. Let's see. Toronto is apparently afraid of Jeshem Vargas, as they probably should be. He played very well last week, so that's good. We're confident of stopping Altidore. At least I said that in the press. I don't think we really are. And then finally, we did actually make an offer for this gentleman, Jason Lutweiler. He's a Canadian, 29-year-old goalkeeper, currently playing at Blackburn Rovers. He's pretty good. Checked him out. He's better than any of our current goalkeepers, even better than Bush. So even if Bush was healthy, he would be a better keeper for us. So even though our current youngster is on an incredible run in terms of victories and, just an unbeaten streak, basically. One loss, but anyway. I don't know how long he can keep it up, so if we can bring this guy in to solidify things, I think he would be a top goalkeeper for us no matter what. So we're going to make an offer for him and see if we can bring him in. He is Canadian, so no problems at all. All right. Now, let's get to the schedule. Last week, we played Minnesota. You saw the Houston Dynamo, just amazing victory over the number 1 team in the league. Beat them 3-1. We came back the next week, another victory. Away at Minnesota, 2-1 victory. Very good game. Vargas, that's why he got player of the game. 2 goals, 8.8 rating. He was really the superstar. Everybody else sort of played average or worse. We actually had to sub out Mancosu and Jackson. Brought in Dupuis, got his first playing time of the season. Had a key pass and a 6.6 rating. So that was good. We can check out the highlights real quick. Check out the goals. So it was a bit of a slow game. I mean, Minnesota, their style isn't very offensive. They were a little defensive. But we broke them down in the first half. There's Giglio getting forward, sending one in the box. Romero heads it down, and there's Vargas with his first goal of the game. And then the game bogged down, and I switched Vargas to striker. And here's Dupuis sending one forward, and look at Vargas with that nasty tackle. That should have been a foul, but he got away with it, and then just a banger of a shot. And he scores his second goal from the striker position that time. He scored his first one as a winger. And then a little later in the game, Minnesota gets one back on the counterattack. Molino, he's got a man wide open on the back post, and Finley, not much Crepeau could do about that. He could have made a stop. He made some amazing stops again this week, just like he did against Houston. So he's on a good run of form right now. If you look at his player card, it even says like he's on a good run of form right now. Where did it go? Where did I see that? Was it here? No. I was looking at something where it showed me like his attributes and stuff. Anyway, it said he was on a good run of form, and that's exactly what he's on. So I don't know how long that can last. I don't know if it can last the whole season, but we're gonna give him a shot until he starts losing. And once he starts losing, we'll bring in one of our other keepers, hopefully our new guy, our new signee. But until then, Crepeau is the dude. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's look at the table real quick. Competitions. See where we're at. We're still stuck in 5th place, but now we're within striking distance. Just 1 point behind Philadelphia, 1 point behind New England, 2 points behind New York. So we've been catching up with all these victories that we've had recently. So we could jump all the way up to 2nd place with a victory today. Although, there are 3, Philadelphia, New York, and Atlanta still have 2 games in hand against us. So they can still, the top 3 playoff spots are still fairly secure for those 3 teams because of how many games in hand they have. But we've got to keep fighting to keep Chicago and Orlando behind us, even though we've got a sizable lead on them, especially on Orlando. But it's just very important for us to keep our form going and not let anything mess with it. That's why I'm still a little bit nervous about this Toure signing because he could mess up our mojo. But we're going to keep going. Oh, the other thing, speaking of messing up our mojo, Teder. We got people coming after him, namely Bordeaux. They are coming after him. Several teams from the French league have been sniffing around Teder. Bordeaux has been offering lots of money for him, up to $9 million for him. And Teder's agent came to us and said, you should sign us to a new contract. So I thought about it, but then his agent wanted non-negotiable $5.5 million sale clause. And I've lost players like that in the past, but right now he has no clause in his contract. So we don't have to sell this guy. Doesn't matter how much money they offer, we can keep Teder. I mean, eventually he'll complain about it, maybe. But he's got 2 years left on his deal. So we told him to, told his agent to just suck it. And we're not going to offer him a new deal right now because we don't want that clause. So for now, Teder is here, but if he goes away, that's not the worst thing in the world because now we have Toure who can back him up, and that would free up a designated player slot, and then maybe the board would let us bring somebody else in. But even if we can't bring anybody else in, we know we can play the 4-2-4 and be fine. So we got options right now. We're fairly sort of disaster-proof at the moment, except for central defense. That's the only place we're not really disaster-proof at the moment because we got nothing but youngsters backing them up. But other than that, we're pretty disaster-proof, so we're okay. Let's go. I mean, we've already survived 2 injured goalkeepers. So here's our new formation. It is a 4-2-3-1, but we're sort of combining elements of the 4-2-4 that we've been using by dropping Andre back to his Segunde Volante, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Segundo Volante. Yeah, that's right. Anyway, he's going to play that role. Teder's going to play box-to-box, which might not be the best role for him. We'll see how he flows during the course of the game. We might move him to Mazzala so he goes out wide, but I don't know. At the moment, we're going to keep him where he is. Yaya Toure up in the middle here playing the advanced playmaker. We move Mancosu down to the wing on the right-hand side where he's going to be attacking. We got Vargas on the left and Jackson Hamel up top as the target man. So it's going to be interesting to see how these 4 players deal with it. We got Vargas currently cutting inside as the inside forward. I don't know. There might not be enough space in there with Toure, so we might have to figure some stuff out here with these players. And we got options off the bench. We got Romero coming off the bench. Dupuis, Louis can come in, play that deep line playmaker role if things get too congested. We got lots of things going on. Piet can do his thing, his defensive midfielder type thing. Anyway, let's go. Toure is lacking match sharpness. I didn't look at that. Yeah, he's only at 60%. So the good news is he's got all that natural fitness, so he's going to be able to get fit right away. Now the question is, what number do we give this guy? I think we give him number 10, right? That's the classic number. I don't know what his current number is. I could look that up. I mean, I think the number 10 should be good enough for him. Let's see. Does he have a jersey number that he's associated with? 42 seems to be his number at Man City. I don't know if there's any other number he's associated with. It's like 42, 42. All I see is Man City 42. I mean, 42 is available probably. Yeah, 42 is available. So would that help us sell more jerseys, or would number 10 help him sell more jerseys? I don't know. How long has he been with Man City? Probably a while. I should probably know this, honestly. Yeah, he's been there since 2011. So that's probably a good number. Okay, we'll give him 42. I was going to give him the old number 10, but after my jersey rant a couple of episodes ago, I guess I should give him that number. Okay. Do they retire jerseys in the Premier League? I don't know. I do not know. I would assume so. Maybe not as much as in some American leagues where like half the jerseys on the team are unavailable because they're all retired. I don't know that they'd retire his jersey anyway, but something to think about. Anyway, come on, guys, keep our win streak going. Let's go. Opposition instructions. 4, 2, 3, 1. I didn't even look at them. I'm so excited to get to the game. I didn't even look at these guys. I mean, we know who they're playing. They got Altidore up top. Gage, they got Giovinco. We got to close down on him for sure. Victor Vasquez. Ugh, get out of here. Is he playing his midfield? Michael Bradley on the right. Victor Ulloa. Where the heck did they get Victor Ulloa? He's a former FC Dallas player. Looks like Toronto didn't stand pat either. A trade for Ulloa. What's up with that? Toronto FC. Let's see. Transfer history. Who'd they bring in? Nobody really they brought in. They left Juan Roa. They sold him for $50,000, but they did make a trade. First round pick and fourth round pick in the 2019 Super Draft for Victor Ulloa. Okay, on June 6th. So right as the transfer window opened, they didn't even really need to because it was an MLS trade, so they could have made that at any time. That gives them a little bit more spice in their midfield there, defensive midfielder. Because I played with FC Dallas for a long time, and Ulloa is a good, solid player at defensive midfielder. Good tackling, good passing, good long shooting. I mean, he's got nice pace and acceleration, so he's a wide-ranging guy at defensive midfielder. So he can cover a lot of ground. He might not be the best player, but he's pretty good. Moro will probably come forward, so we're gonna have to mark him as well. Oh boy, I don't know about Vanderveel. He's probably the kind of guy who'll get forward as well. We're gonna have to just mark their whole team, basically. All right. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go. Let's end the pep talk. So this is gonna be a big match. Jeremy Lanny from the Montreal Soccer Post approaches you in the tunnel. Carl Salmon takes the captain's armband. That's pretty funny. The rookie, who's not playing particularly well, but he's playing okay. Anyway, the armband is just for administrative purposes. I have plenty of captains on the field. Nice. I think there's a lot more to come from him, and hopefully wearing the armband will bring him along. That seems reasonable. It's Derby Day. How much do you look forward to your rivals? It's always a tremendous occasion. The atmosphere is something to behold. Can we expect attacking focus? Heck yeah. That's how we do. There we go. That's what we want to see from the stands. Look at that. Full house. Whenever TFC comes to town, the fans come out. I wish they would come out like this for every team. There's Toure with his first touch as an impact. Nice. Looking to get fouled by Michael Bradley real quick. Hello, welcome to MLS. Get fouled, son. 35 years old. He better not get injured in this game and be very upset. Vargas taking the free kick, sends it in. Mankosu has it, takes a long shot. Alright, 3 minutes down. Hopefully, if we can hang with and beat Houston, we can hang with and beat Tirana. I mean, I know they're a rival, and they've got some really good players, but we should be able to stick with them. Winning our fair share of headers. Let's work the ball in the box. How about that? What are we doing? Counter. What's this nonsense? What's this counter nonsense? It's not how we do things. We attack. I modified. What did I modify? I modified the 4-2-3-1 DM is the one I modified. So that's probably why we were in the counter attack. Okay. So here we go. Because you can only have 3 formations. So all right, Tadair down to Jackson. Here he is looking. Nobody came with him. He's all by himself down there. Gets the ball stolen by Mavinga. Moro has it now. They're going to try to start the counter attack. They get it forward. It's Diallo to Cabrera. Out wide to Giglio, the youngster. Nice play up to Vargas. They've got a little partnership brewing. Toure to Tadair. Tadair takes the shot. That's no good. Andre is going to get back to it. Okay. Salmon, Tadair, and Kosu. Tadair, Toure. Looking. He gets tackled by Bradley. That's quite a matchup in the midfield. Vargas. Back to Toure. He is not match fit. Jackson, get it forward. Nope. Vargas was offside. Andre gets tackled. We are a little crowded in the center of the field right now. Got to figure that out. Here's Gage. Nice tackle by Salmon. The rookie captain. Here's Toure with the free kick, sending it in. Mankosu can't win the header. Wow, there's Salmon rushing forward. Centers to Tadair. Tadair with the shot. All right, so we're putting on the pressure. That's what we want. Gotta make sure we got everybody in the right positions and playing properly. I kind of wish there were even more highlights just so I could get more of a look at what's going on. We got 4 shots to their 1, 2 shots on target, 4 fouls to their 3, 49% possession to their 51, so it's a pretty even game. Everybody's got decent rating. Vargas maybe not so much. And Kosu maybe not so much, playing out at the wing. Moro not looking good on their side of the ledger, but everybody else looking fine. First half is rolling by. 44 minutes. Getting into extra time now. 1 minute of extra time. So it's been fairly uneventful half. 5 shots. 3 on target. They've had no shots on target. So that's good. We're playing sound defense right now. Analysis. Kosu's made a lot of mistakes today. Pep talk. What are we thinking here? Performing well out there. Keep it up and the results will come. Okay, everybody liked that. That's good. Tactically, what can we do? I think let's see. I think Vargas at winger to get him out wide. Just to take one less guy out of the middle of that field. Should we put him on attack or support? Maybe not. Maybe not attack. We'll put him on support. So we already have Mancosu on support. Tadair, I think, is getting too far forward. So we'll put him at roaming playmaker. They wanted me to train him as a roaming playmaker, so we'll do that. How far forward does a roaming playmaker get? Heartbeat of the team, drives forward, spearheads the attack as well as tracking back to cover defensively, offering a passing option to teammates. All right. Pick up the ball in deep positions and work it forward. That's what we need. Okay. So he's going to be all over this side of the field, like from front to back. And then Andre is going to be all over this side of the field from back to front. So that seems to work. And then we can put Giglio back to defend so that he doesn't range too far forward. And we'll keep Salmon on support, I think. Yeah, he's playing all right. So let's start the second half. So we cleared out the middle of the field a little bit, I think. And we'll give our players a little bit of room to breathe. Bradley, Giovinco. Don't like that. He's a little dude, but he's super talented. There's Ulloa. He's a bit of a playmaker. Bad pass, though. Salmon intercepts. Gets it ahead. Jackson wins it from Ulloa. Gets it out wide to Vargas, who's now... He's still going to cut inside. He's still got that inside forward in him. There's Toure. Back to Tadair. Out wide to Vargas. Vargas, Toure. Into Jackson Hamel. He wins the header, but it goes nowhere. And there we go. Maybe having the target man in the middle isn't the way to go. We could probably use a poacher, is what I'm thinking, but we'll see. Salmon, Tadair, back out to Salmon. He's going to send it in. There's Andre with the header. Bono makes the save. So that's the other little tweak we could change, is we could move either Vargas or Mancosu up top. Take Hamel out of there. Hamel out of there. There's Vargas. Sending one in. It's headed out. Is anybody going to go get it? No. Vanderveel's going to chase it down for Toronto. Jay has it. He's going to get it out wide to Mavinga, who's rushing in the counterattack. He's covered there. Jay has it. Centers to Giovinco. Oh, nice stop by Crepeau. This kid, I mean, I don't know what to say. He's just, he's playing so above his weight class right now. He's unconscious, just stopping shots in his sleep. Here's Giovinco at the corner. And Vargas just plays it right back to him. Plays it right back in. It's headed over. And there we go. Thus ends the highlight. Man, this is a tense game. All right, we're coming up on the 60-minute mark. Here's Crepeau. Sends one downfield. Jackson heads it on. He's going to head it on to himself. Mavinga gets to it. Vanderveel, Vasquez, Bradley. They're going to try to play it upfield. Jay, bad touch. Salmon, nice win. Gets it forward. Mancosu, here we go. Here we go. Jackson is wide open. Get it to him. Target man. Oh, man. That was his patented header also. Bono was there for the stop. Vargas is sitting on a 6.3. It's not good. So we got one winger to bring in. We got Romero to bring in. So we could move Vargas up top to play poacher type role. And then bring in Romero. Keep Mancosu on the right. Or we could leave Vargas in there, we could move Mancosu, bring in Romero. I think defensively we're doing okay. Giglio has got a 6.5, but that's kind of what he does. It's just so many options, so many options. Okay, we're going to try Mancosu up top as the advanced forward. I'd like him to be a poacher instead. Yeah, I guess he can play poacher. Yeah, he can play poacher just fine. Then we'll bring in Romero on the right. Come in as a support. Put Vargas on attack. Do that. That sounds okay. Here we go. Salmon. Throw in 62 minutes. Toure has it. Back to Andre. Andre just fires one. Not really what I was looking for. Take a drink of tea and continue on. 65 minutes. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Toure injured in his very first game, potential thigh injury. So either we change formations, we bring in Louis. I think we change formations. So we're going to go back to the 4-2-4. Mancosu, Romero, Vargas, and then we're going to bring in Dupuis, target man. You know, I mean, why not? This formation has worked for us several weeks in a row. So let's go. Oh, we're paused. Let's unpause. There we go. Dupuis, time to earn your paycheck, buddy. Brought you off alone for just this kind of emergency. Vargas is still sitting there with a 6.3 rating. Not so good. Defense is playing well, especially Salmon and Diallo on the right-hand side, looking good. Andre holding it down, defensive midfielder, 7.1 rating. Just our attackers who are letting us down at the moment. And Toure getting injured. First game of the season. I mean, maybe we should have taken him out at the 60-minute point. I mean, I guess. He is old. He is unfit, I guess. You know, got a little too excited. Victor Vasquez is out of there. Oh, they brought in Frede, and he's injured. Okay, here we go. Romero, 84 minutes. Throw into Mancosu. Gets tackled, but Teder is there to Vargas. Vargas gets dispossessed, and Bono bombs it downfield. Altidore is looking there, but Diallo heads it on to Teder. Andre sends it forward. Mancosu, he can't get after it. Moro, bad touch to Dupuis with the header. Yeah! There he is, the big man. That's exactly why you're on the team. To be a stand-in for Jackson Hamel. And that's exactly what he did. Bad touch here by Morrow. And then Mancosu just takes advantage and gets it to the big man. There he is, his first goal on the season. Very happy about that. You know, we think it's going to be the coming out game for Toure, and instead it's the coming out game for Dupuis, who substitutes in for him at the, 71st minute? So there we go. This is why we have depth on our team, I guess. Maybe why we shouldn't worry about having, superstars and designated players and stuff, because who needs them? We were doing fine without them, right? All right, 5 minutes of stoppage time. Salmon heads it out. Romero's going to start the counterattack. Gets it up to Mancosu. Dupuis, if he starts running, he's got a chance. Nope. Drops it back to Romero. Romero boots it forward. Mancosu, can he do the same thing? Nope. Bono heads it out. Looks like Andre's going to track it down. 3 minutes of stoppage time. Romero back to Andre. Andre bangs it forward. Mavinga is there, but Teder tracks it down. We're continuing the attack. Romero, Mancosu forward. Dupuis, his second goal. Look at this kid. He's loving it. Loving life. He doesn't know which supporters to go to, though. He goes to the Toronto side. That's fine. He'll get used to that. Teder. Sort of some sloppy defending here by Toronto. Nice move on the back line by the target man. Look at that. Not a jovial type of celebration. It's just sort of relief, I think. All right, here we go. Last minute. A foul of some sort. Foul on Teder, I think. And there's the game. 2-0. So, Toure makes all the difference. Before Toure, we couldn't beat Toronto. No, it's not Toure. It's Dupuis makes all the difference. That's the guy we've been missing on our team. Look at that. He comes in for the last 20 minutes of the match and scores 2 goals, 8.5 rating. They couldn't handle him. Big Mack truck in the middle of the formation. They didn't know what to do with him. 2 assists by Mancosu, switching back to striker. So, maybe we're just going to have to stick with this formation and figure something else out to do with Toure. That's disappointing to think of that, but maybe he'll be injured for a long time and potential thigh injury. We're going to have to figure that out. We're going to have to see the medical report on that. It's a very good performance. Very pleased with your results. Get out of here. All right. Diallo, 9 interceptions on the back line. That's pretty good. That jumps us up to second place in the Eastern Conference. Look at that. Automatic promotion. No, not automatic promotion. Automatic semifinals? Quarterfinals. Yeah, automatic bid into the quarterfinals of the Eastern Conference playoffs is what that gets us. Okay, 2 to 3 weeks for Toure. Okay, pulled hamstring. Sorry about that, buddy. Welcome to Canada. We win the 401 Derby. Good job. Toure makes his debut. Yeah. Dupuis got his first goal for the club today. How important was it? It was vital. Give him a huge confidence boost. NYFC, I don't care about NYFC. Get out of here. Dupuis is one of the key performers. Very happy. Managed to grab a win today. It's a great result. Toure had a solid in his debut. Debuts are never easy, but he coped well. That's good. Good behavior award for Salmon. Gets rid of one of them yellow cards. There we go. And a stellar 23-year-old striker. I think his contract is coming up as well. I mean, he is only a 3-star prospect, but man, he's got, a singular skill. Big jump head goal. That's his singular skill. And if he can do it on a regular basis, I mean, we could have a guy like that hang around. Let's take a look at his contract. Yeah, it expires in 6 months, so we're gonna have to figure out. I mean, it won't cost much to sign this guy, so I don't know why we wouldn't sign him, but you know, I like to make those decisions a little later in the season, unless somebody comes sniffing around for him, then we'll sign him. But anyway. Yeah, pleased. Impact lose key man. Alright, what do we got next coming up at the schedule? So there's our unbeaten, well, not our unbeaten streak, but our very good run of form continues. We just got the one blip in the middle against New England. Other than that, we've been rolling along. Got a tough stretch coming up. The 2 New York teams. Then after that, we got some important games. Columbus, Orlando, Chicago, Philadelphia, D.C. Finish the season out with Toronto and Portland. That will be, what, like 6 times we played Toronto this season? That's too much. That's too much. How many times? Oh, we played Toronto FC 2 in the preseason. And we played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. That's a lot of times to play one team in a season. I'm sick of those guys already. But if we beat them 2-0 again, then I'll be happy. There's 20,000 this time at home. That's what it should be. That's a sellout. That's good. Financially, how are we doing after our little $9 million hit? Still making $5 million. So that's good. Is there a way to look at, like, there's a way to look at, like, top jersey sales and stuff, right? Is that at the end of the season? They used to have that. Do they? I don't remember seeing that in FM18. I think it was an FM17 thing. Sponsors, projection, league specific, no, income. Ticket sponsorships, investments, funding. Huh. Like, it used to be on the season ending report, they would tell you, like, who sold the most jerseys. I want to see how many Yaya Toure jerseys we sell. Because if you look at him, and now I'm just rambling. I should have ended the video. But one of his things was, oh, it's not there anymore. Star player, penny of international experience, ambitious. One of his bonuses would help you sell tickets or whatever. Help you financially. It's not there anymore. Anyway, he's selfish. He has a lack of team ethic. Prove his free kicks. Come on. You know, if we're going to put him on training, which he's not on any training right now, I guess we could train him to be, you know, advanced playmaker, which is what we want him to be. So maybe that'll help him not get injured. Whatever, it's time to get out of here. Playing Red Bulls next. NYCFC. Red Bulls, NYCFC. I don't know. We'll come back for one of those games. Anyway, until then, until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.